Prince Harry is actually a pretty well-liked and respected member of the royal family. And for good reason, he seems like a pretty decent dude. But that doesn't mean there aren't things I can make outrageous claims about. I'm warning you now, don't take this too seriously, and let's just have some fun as we talk about the top 10 dark secrets Prince Harry is hiding. Number 10. Secret wedding. Is this a fantasy? A secret wedding? Well, it ain't fiction, people. In their March 2021 tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle and Harry revealed that they were actually married before the official ceremony at Windsor Castle. Apparently, the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, married the pair in an intimate backyard ceremony 3 days before their televised wedding. When talking about it, Meghan said, quote, "This thing, this spectacle," speaking about the televised wedding, "is for the world, but we want our union between us." That's actually kinda nice. I support it. Kinda proves that some of these royal affairs are just for show though. But a lot of us already knew that, didn't we? Number 9. Royal trap. Sticking with that Oprah Winfrey tell-all, Harry also revealed that he felt and/or feels trapped by the royal system, which is extremely understandable. Most royals have seemed slightly removed from real life. He revealed his compassion for his father and brother being trapped in the life of royals, especially now with Charles being king and William being first in line for the throne. They can't really leave their duties. Harry has made it clear that he really wouldn't want to be king anyways, and with Harry now being 5th in line, and especially after his marriage to Meghan and their split from the royals, he is a bit more free to live his life now how he chooses, which must be nice, especially because he isn't exactly poor. Number 8. Grief. I know I said let's have some fun, but for this point, I want to be a bit more serious. Losing a loved one is never a good time, and the grief one can go through, especially a child, makes an impact. When Harry lost his mother Diana, it affected him powerfully. He has said in the 2017 documentary, Diana, Our Mother, Her Life and Legacy, "The first time I cried was at the funeral at the island, and since then, maybe once." So there's a lot of grief that still needs to be let out. It was a classic case of don't let yourself think about your mom and the grief and the hurt because it's never going to bring her back, and it's only going to make you more sad. He also told The Telegraph in a podcast, "Losing my mom at the age of 12 and therefore shutting down all of my emotions for the last 20 years has had a quite serious effect on not only my personal life but my work as well." He has since revealed that he has sought out professional help, and like his mother, he opened up the truth about his mental health to the public in order to ease the stigma surrounding mental health. So hats off to you, Prince Harry. And at number 7 is 9th of his name. Okay, this one both makes sense but also completely took me by surprise. When his engagement was first announced, fans who didn't know any better found out that Prince Harry isn't actually named Harry. Technically and legally, Prince Harry is actually, get this, Prince Henry. Ooh, shocking. His actual full name is Prince Henry Charles Albert David. Harry is actually a British nickname for Henry, and that's how the public got to know him. So interestingly, that means if Harry ever did take the throne, which is highly unlikely, he would be King Henry IX. Yes, that's 9th, since the last king of that name would be the incredibly famous wife-beheading King Henry VIII. Number 6. Underwear? And now for something completely different. In August of 2012, Prince Harry apparently stripped down to his nothings playing billiards in a Las Vegas suite. What he may or may not have known is that a dancer who was present at the High Rollers room snatched up a probably not so fresh pair of the prince's black royal tighty-whities, and she held onto them until August of this year when she put them up on auction. The opening bid started right at $10,000, and it slowly rose until it hit $16,000, which is when a club owner from San Diego, Dino, placed a crazy bid of $250,000 buckaroos, $250,000 for this old pair of monarchical boxer briefs. Now I haven't seen any updates on the auction, which ended in September, so I think it's safe to assume Dino has acquired the royal undies. Number 5. Strategy. Remember when I said to not take this all too seriously? Well, this is why. Shortly after Meghan and Harry announced their engagement, one man tweeted about how when the couple has kids, they'll be American citizens and therefore will be eligible to run for president as well as be in line for the British monarchy. He said, "Brits are playing the long ball here, but it's a smart move. They want America back and this is how they'll do it." This little tweet sparked all kinds of rumors that Meghan was just being used as a political pawn to help England regain control of America. Honestly, kind of hilarious. I hope it's true. Then we can just bring back the whole "the British are coming" thing. Number 4. Costume party. I don't get why famous people, particularly politically famous people, have this weird thing for dressing up in incredibly insensitive costumes for Halloween. I don't even know how to say this without getting the video flagged. Basically, in 2005, a 20-year-old Prince Harry thought it would be a good idea to wear a red armband with a certain symbol and a uniform resembling that of the German World War II Afrika Korps Army to a Halloween party, and surprise, the photos of him in costume leaked online. Once the images were published, it definitely blew up and the palace was forced to do some damage control. The prince issued an apology saying, "I am very sorry if I have caused any offense or embarrassment to anyone. It was a poor choice of costume and I apologize." Now look, 20 is young, but it's old enough to know that this was a bad idea. Number 3. Who's your daddy? In a 1995 BBC interview for the show Panorama, journalist Martin Bashir interviewed Princess Diana, and in one of the more titillating moments from the conversation, Diana admitted to a 5-year affair with one Major James Hewitt, a red-headed former cavalry officer in the British Army. But arguably the most head-turning part of this affair came about when the ever-vicious media speculated that Hewitt was actually Prince Harry's biological father. Many outlets noted the similar facial features and prominent red hair between the two, plus the fact that Harry looks less like Charles in comparison. But Hewitt has insisted that the dates don't match up since he and Diana did not begin their affair until after Harry was born. Personally, Hewitt looks more like Ed Sheeran to me, but I just work here. Number 2. Rehab. But no, not actually. Prince Charles reportedly made Harry visit Featherstone Lodge Rehabilitation Center in Peckham for just one day after it was discovered he had been partying a bit too hard. It was after a private party at Highgrove, when Harry had the place to himself, that a member of the royal staff smelled the devil's lettuce and alerted Prince Charles. Charles is reported to have asked Prince William to suggest to Harry that he should spend some time at the Featherstone Clinic, a rehabilitation center for much heavier substances, to familiarize himself with the dangers of such actions. It was reported that the prince visited the center for a day as a short, sharp shock and awe tactic and not for actual treatment, obviously because he really didn't do anything that bad. According to the report, Charles told aides, "There is no point in hiding the truth. These are the facts. Let people make their own judgment." But the palace was still not very forthcoming about the incident. And in at number 1, Harry, that is not a cup. This isn't really a secret, but in 2013 the prince completed a 200-mile trek to the South Pole, along with 12 wounded servicemen and women from the United Kingdom, the United States, and around the British Commonwealth. Originally a competition between the countries, the expedition's director decided to turn it into a team effort after rough conditions made racing too dangerous. The trek also included British actor Dominic West, who told of some of the antics at the end of the trip when the group reached their destination. Apparently, Prince Harry told some eye-wateringly rude jokes and drank champagne out of a prosthetic leg at the end of the Marathon Polar Challenge. He really had nothing but praise for the prince, but he said, "2 of the Aussie guys stripped naked and ran around the pole, but most of us, Harry included, just went on a 2-day bender with the Icelandic truck drivers who had brought some lethal homebrew with them. We all drank champagne out of Duncan, who's a double amputee's, favorite prosthetic leg." Ended that one on a lighter note. That's all the time I have for today. I'm Adam Andrews, this is Most Amazing. Stay safe out there, and toodles.